Hello, this is Gail Gentry of GailGNSA.com coming at you with another video on mobile notary, chronicles of a mobile notary. So today's topic is what's in your bag, in your notary bag, that is. So what do you need to carry in order to be an effective notary? The tools that you absolutely must have in your bag when you go out on a mobile notary assignment, whether that is a loan signing service or loan signing documents, or what we call general notary work when you're just doing one document, or you're doing a trust certification, or you're doing a viatical settlement. Whatever you're doing, if you're a mobile notary, these are must-haves that you have to absolutely have in your bag every single time. First off, let's look at the bag, because you're a senior mobile notary and you're of an age now where you absolutely have to have something that will help you be mobile and you're not lugging around heavy things on your shoulder and that sort of thing. So this bag I carry, this bag, and as you can see, it has a number of different places for you to put stuff. It has my lock on it. So, when I put it away in my storage area, it has it. Then it has an extension, so I can actually roll the bag, because this is a roller bag. So first off, you want to have a big enough bag. Now notice the size of this bag. This bag is large enough for me to carry legal size documents. And the pouches are big enough for me to carry 2 or 3 of them if I am doing a mobile loan signing. So notice I have plenty of space here, and even if I wanted to take a laptop, there's a little space in there for the laptop. So it has all of that. Then it has pouches here for your other tools and things that you want to take. Has all of that in there. So what do you put in all these pouches and things like that? What do you carry? Well, first off, the first rule you need is your notary stamps. These babies right here. So I carry both notary stamps. I carry the full-size notary stamp and I carry the mini, because sometimes you have in a document that is not enough space for you to use the full-size notary stamp. You don't want to have to do an attachment or add an attachment of a cert if you don't have to. So if you have the mini notary, have the mini stamp, then you're ready to go and you can use that same document. You do not have to attach a secondary stamp. Also, I carry these 2 little goodies. I made these up for myself. One says, please see, and I'm in California, please see California acknowledgement. Please see CA compliant jurat. And why do I have these? Because oftentimes you'll get documents that are from out of state. They have out of state verbiage, or they may even be in state. And the notarization documents, the certificate or the jurat, actually has inappropriate, non-compliant CA verbiage. I cross out the verbiage, I use one of these stamps, and then I'm able to sign and stamp with the appropriate notary stamp that shows my information. So I carry those with me. You need to make some changes to the document where the signer decided, hey, I'm not going to sign this form, or, there's some information that's incorrect, because first rule of thumb is, particularly if you're doing loan signings, is you do not change the documents unless you've been authorized to do so. Even if you cross out an initial and all that, some escrow companies, escrow companies and title companies do not want you to alter those documents, or loan officers. So if you get to a certain section like a trust certification form, and the signer says, hey, I already filled this out, I'm not filling this out, you encourage them, hey, if it's included in the package, even though you may have filled this out before, they're asking you to fill this out in your hand, because oftentimes signers fill these documents out online. So this is a way for one of the reasons you're going out there is to verify that the person that filled out this information online is actually the person who it is. So you identify them, and then they want some documents that they've already submitted online, want those documents actually completed in their own hand. So if they decide, hey, I'm not filling that out, I already gave you all that information, and you've, said to them, hey, you need to fill this out, and give them reasons why, and they're still not wanting to fill it out, you can actually use a Post-it note to attach a form, attach it to the form, to post it on the form. So it says, hey, you know what? The signer did not want to fill this out for whatever reason, or didn't check this box, or for whatever reason, or this was inappropriate, or whatever. You want to put a note. So you don't want to leave it where it appears that you didn't know what you were doing. You leave this Post-it note to give an idea as to why it was not completed the way that it normally is. The next thing is stapler and staple remover. Never know when you might have to staple something. So you want a stapler and a staple remover. Of course, you don't want full size because this is your mobile notary bag. Then, of course, where would you be if you didn't have pens? So pens, black and blue. Most documents are going to be filled out in black or blue, or for you not only to sign, but for your signers to be able to sign as well. Then you want to actually have your thumbprint stamp here. So when people sign your journal, you also take their thumbprint. Now, some documents do not require a thumbprint. Here in California, thumbprint is required with any grant deed, any documents associated with a real estate transaction, and a power of attorney. Other documents, or if you want to or not. Me, as a course, as a best practice, I get a thumbprint for every document. And why do I do that? Because if we should have to go to court and the signer says, oh, I never signed that, that wasn't my signature, it's like, hey, I got your thumbprint. So we can, go to forensic files on it if we need to, okay? Because I have your thumbprint. Then, just as a course, I always have a calculator. I've never actually used this, but you never know. Things come up, so it's nice to have, and it's nice and portable. It's solar operated, doesn't even need a battery. So I always carry a calculator. That's something else that I have. Now, we have those stamps. We have the thumbprint stamp, or thumbprint device. We also have the stamps, the notary stamps. I carry supplies of extra thumbprint for when that one might go out in the middle of doing the documents. And I carry an extra, ink cartridge for the stamp. Because what if the stamp starts going out? That happened to me one time. I was at a signing, really nice guy, all the way over in East LA, which is a bit of a ways for me. And I'm stamping. And then I noticed, oh my God, the stamp is really getting light. What's going on? Thankfully, I had my mini stamp, so I was able to complete the signing with the mini stamp, but that just let me know, always carry a spare just in case the stamp begins to become light. I will have it. Now, because you're an older notary, your eyes may be failing you a little bit, so I always carry a magnifying glass, because sometimes there may be documents in there with teeny tiny wording, and you want to be able to read it, hence magnifying glass. Or often you're in a rather dark environment, so because you are a mobile notary, so you could be signed on your car, you could be signed in your back seat, you could be signed in somebody's patio area where there's little light, or somebody has really nice recessed lighting in their dining room, but it doesn't give you any light to actually see, so magnifying glass comes in handy. Then, of course, because you are a mobile notary and you're doing primarily loan signing documents, you also want to have your rescission calendar on you, because with refinance documents, as you well know, the signer gets 3 days right of rescission, meaning from the date that they actually sign the documents, they have up until midnight 3 days later to cancel that loan if they so choose. So you need the rescission calendar. So the rescission calendar will tell you today is July 2nd. So it'll say July 2nd. The rescission takes place July 6th. And why is it July 6th? Because a couple of things. Sunday doesn't count. And Monday is the observance of the July 4th holiday. Even though July 4th is actually on Sunday, it's going to be observed as far as the bank is concerned on Monday. So basically, bank holidays are what you find on this thing. All right. So as you know, as a notary, particularly here in California, I think that's anywhere in the country, the 3-day rescission calendar. All days are counted except Sundays and holidays, and not all holidays. So, but certainly July 5th, July 4th. It's actually bank holidays primarily. So there's that. Then the next thing you want to carry with you is the privacy guard. So the privacy guard comes in really handy. I have this one here, privacy guard, and you just fit that over, the journal as you're signing documents. As folks are signing, you put this over the page so people can't see it, right? So you put that one on that side, and then here's this other one that you put on this side, and so the signers can't see what the previous signer signed or the previous signer's signature. So you just take that and put that on the other side, and then you can cover that up very nicely so others can't see what the last signer signed or the last signer's personal information or their signature. So you use that like this, okay? And it covers it up really nicely. So you use this to cover that up, all right? So they can't see the personal information of the last signer. Another one that I have, actually I use this one often, and I actually prefer it over the blue one that I just showed you, but this one covers it up really nicely, and you put it in the journal and it covers it up so you can't see what the last signer did. See how nicely that works? And you can hold it in place. So they only sign where their signature line is for your next signer, and they can't see what the previous signer signed, or the type of document, their driver's license information, because you're going to write all that in the journal. So another thing while we're talking about it, the journal, which journal should you have? I carry the modern journal. So if you're doing loan signings, the nice thing about the modern journal is that it has check boxes, so you can check the box of the type of document, and you don't have to hand write that out. If you're a California notary, Secretary of State says you can check all the boxes you want and have them sign one time. That is so that saves such a lot of time. Here in the state of California, we actually have to have each document notarized and listed in our journal. However, you don't have to do one line per journal per document. You can actually use this to have multiple items checked and then have them sign one. So they can virtually have, this is, let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 16, 24, no, 16, 20 documents can be notarized with this, theoretically can be notarized with one line here, and they only sign one time. So that's a big one. So, but whether you use this journal or you use the individual journal, you need a journal. So that's another thing that's in your notary bag is your journal. Now, what are some of the other things that you might carry in your notary bag? I carry my cheat sheet for how to fill out the PCOR. I also carry the cheat sheet for the title for the trust certification document, where it tells me, kind of help guide the signers. Of course, we're not attorneys as notaries, so we don't, tell them what to do. However, we give them information so they can decide how to do it. So this is the guide for the PCOR when you're doing a deed transfer, when you're doing a grant deed, trustee deed, really a grant deed and a spousal deed. Those types of deeds you often have to fill out here in the county of Los Angeles, or, any state really. You have to fill out, we call it the preliminary change of ownership for I don't know what they're called in other states, but here in LA County, where I'm located, we have the PCOR, which is a change of ownership form. So this is a guide to help signers know what to sign, which box to check, etc. So that helps them with that. Then I also have, oftentimes with loan signing documents, as you well know, because you've been out there, or maybe you're about to go out there and you're not quite sure what to do, this trust certification cheat sheet is very helpful as well. Because people get freaked out when they have to do that trust certification form. I also created for myself, when I have to use a credible witness, the credible witness oath of identity, because the credible witness identifies your signer, but you also have to take an oath from the credible witness to say that you in fact know this person, that they are one and the same person as John Doe, and you know that, and they take an oath. So I have this, which I will read, and then I will fill out their information in my journal. Now, in the day of COVID, take wet wipes. Wash my hands before and after a signing. You can take the wet wipes. Now, you know, a lot of people are getting vaccinated and things are changing a bit, but you take your wet wipes, and this just makes things happen. So here in the state of California, I carry my Notary Handbook from the Secretary of State. Things come up, I'm not sure what to do, I have this handy. You know, and this has really been helpful with regard to taking oaths, you know, how to do an oath, identification, credible witnesses, all that stuff. It's all contained here in the Notary Handbook. Now, here's another one, the primer. This is in California. NNA also has this for every state. You can get your own, you know, state primer. I get this. This helps with a lot of stuff that's in the Secretary of State, you know, State of California handbook, but it also helps with information with regard to handling, you know, California laws pertaining to notary publics, misconduct fines and penalties, notary certificate and stamp. So this kind of gives you an idea on how to actually behave as a notary, whereas this gives you the rules once you're in and out there. Then I take a notepad. This is just, you know, stuff comes up. Hey, got a notepad right there. There's my cover-ups again. Of course, I have my loose certificates for my state. This is the California acknowledgement form, so I can fill that out if I need to. If the verbiage is inappropriate, there's no verbiage attached. In the signer or the person that gave me the order says, hey, I want you to attach an acknowledgement. There it is right there. Then if I need the jurat, there it is right there. Now the jurat, you can also take an oath. So one of the things that the jurat contains, or not on the jurat, but you can also take an oath that does not require you to notarize the actual document with the jurat, but with the, you know, you can get these forms with the jurat, with the oath verbiage on there too, because a notary can not only notarize your signature for an acknowledgement or a jurat, but they can take an oath too. A notary can also do an apostille. There's a number of different things that a notary can do. Now, I don't have that pass, so I have some loose jurats and acknowledgement forms that I take with me. So that's how I put my bag together. If you're out and about and you're a mobile notary and you're not sure, hey, what all should I have in this bag? 13 years worth of experience taught me what to have in the bag, and I'm never caught short because I have everything I absolutely need. So just want to wish you, happy signing, happy notarizations. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, or if you want my PDF on the 5 tips for the perfect mobile notary appointment. Please feel free to reach out to me. You can do so at gail185@msn.com. You could also reach out to www.gailgnsa.com and ask for information, as well as, ask for that free PDF, the 5 things that you absolutely, the 5 tips to help you have a perfect mobile signing. If you're interested in, if you need help with the mock signing or anything like that, because no notary can take you out. So if you're interested in mock signing, feel free to click the www.gailgnsa.com link that's in this video, and you can set up and with the mock signing. I'd be more than happy to do that with you. Also, while you're there, feel free to subscribe to my channel. You hit that subscribe button, and you will see my videos as they come up when you hit the bell. So go ahead and hit the bell so you will see my videos when they come up. So happy signing, and I hope this video was helpful to you. Congratulations on your decision to become a mobile notary.